What's going on out there, peeps? Okay, so look at again some shaking and rolling here. Al-Kazemi visiting with Iran here very shortly. If not, I believe it's maybe today, tomorrow. This guy right here to the left of him is he's causing a little bit of problems. We will get into that in just a second here. This guy is, I believe it's pronounced Qanai. He is the guy that took over for General Soleimani after Soleimani was killed. So yeah, he's Al-Kazemi is trying to get everybody on the same page in the Middle East, and this guy here, along with the mullahs in Iran, making threats to Americans is not going to help. Pimpy's Investment Chat's the same name as the YouTube channel. Come on in here. We do talk about gold, silver, Iraqi dinar, Vietnam dong, as well as other investment opportunities. It's free to join. Just follow the link in the description. We have a second group over here called the Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. In here we do talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, political things, as well as some things that people consider a conspiracy. We consider it truth-seeking. Okay? So, oh yeah, I do want to bring one thing up to you. I'm sure most of you are already hearing. All right? Right now there's a lot of people being removed off of social media platforms. Right now they're making their move. They're going for it. And what I would suggest is everybody should bring and make a backup profile over here in Parler. Parler is actually, I'll show you, is Dan Bongino. For those you don't know, maybe you know his face as soon as I show you him. But he has bought into Parler, all right? And President Trump has suggested that people go on over there. So I'm going to show you. Dan Bongino. This is Dan Bongino. You know, you see his face. Maybe you can't see it that clear there. Dan Bongino has his own show. Anyways, you see him sometimes on Fox News debating Geraldo Rivera all the time. Here he is right here. This is Dan Bongino. So, Dan Bongino bought into Parler, okay, right now. So, and then President Trump has been encouraging people as well. They don't want you to leave the other social media platforms because it's important for you. You've already established your profiles there. They want you to go ahead and just make it back up over here. This is, if this continues, this will definitely be ground zero for your Donald Trump information for his what's going on, because their platform does not censor people. That means liberals are also allowed there as well. And they're allowed to express their own opinions. Except for you're going to see a huge... This is just the start of things to come. You guys already hear all the rumors. They're already censoring people. They're already removing people off of Twitter. Facebook's getting ready to do it. They've already changed their policies. YouTube's going to get ready to happen. But I heard there's a thing called NewTube coming out. So watch for that. This is, again, their attempt to try to manipulate the election is what it is. They want to tell us they want a fair and open election, but they'll make every excuse to silence the people on the right. Anyway, let's get into news. Just again, I'll leave this in the description, the link to it. Al-Kazemi secret meeting with it's Qanai. That's his name. I think I say pronounce it Qanai. Qanai. Anyways, with Qanai to control the factions and the outcome of the strategic dialogue. All right. So the Iranian media reported that the visit of the prime minister yesterday to Tehran included holding a meeting with the commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps forces. Now the IRG, I believe, is being labeled as a terrorist group by the United States, although the people over in that region do not think of them that way. Qanai, there you go. So the Ismail Qanai, away from the spotlight of the media. According to the Iranian website, among the unannounced meetings with Al-Kazemi, with the commander of the Quds forces, Qazini, who succeeded Soleimani, some factions affiliated with Tehran in order to facilitate the production of serious outputs of the Iraq-American strategic dialogue, is expected to be his second tour early next month in the American capital, Washington. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, they switched Al-Kazemi's meeting from July to August. So it's coming up here very shortly. Again, I think it was supposed to happen yesterday, but there were some delays, and now Al-Kazemi will be over there in August, all right? He recalled that a few days ago he warned the American by saying that the difficult days have not come yet, and there are very difficult days awaiting the United States and the Zionist entities. So you see, here it is. Mike Pompeo, along with the Kurdistan region and the Iraqi people, and believe it or not, Trump's been, working with, or having Mike Pompeo work with Kuwait as well as Saudi Arabia, telling them, look, we need to unite the Middle East over there. There is a lot of prosperity sitting there for the people if they could just squash all this BS that's happening over there. And as usual, Iran is putting a wrench in everything. No, make sure you understand that when anybody, for this matter, for the most part, well, I can't speak for other people. I'll speak about me. So when we say like Trump's dealing with the Chinese people, when we're dealing with the Iranian people, we're not talking about the people themselves. We're talking about those people who are in power. So for the communist Chinese parties who we're talking about, just people get in the habit of just being general and saying, oh man, we're dealing with China, or oh man, we're dealing with Iran. It's not the people. It's those in charge that I'm talking about. So let me just kind of clarify that, because I don't want to misrepresent what I'm saying. It's the mullahs is who we're talking about. It's the IRGs what we're talking about. So again, they are, as usual, causing a lot of turmoil. And there's a lot of stress for the mullahs because somebody has either been assisting or somehow they are sabotaging a lot of things happening in Iran. They are sabotaging their nuclear program. There's been a huge setback that's setting them back about 2 years. There is the refineries are being hit. And so, it's putting, and then you add on the restrictions and the sanctions that are on Iran. They can't last very much longer. But make no doubt about it, John Kerry's figuring out a way to sneak money over there, because I don't know how they've managed to last this long already. What they're hoping for is Trump to lose in the election is what they're hoping for. So I doubt it. It's not going to happen. But, there are some things. Look, you're going to see if Trump wins in a re-election, when he wins in a re-election, if he could grab control of the Senate and the House, you're going to see an entirely different world. There's no ifs, ands, or but about it, because that man is going to make the changes that he wanted to make, and he's going to make things a lot better. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, Al-Kazemi went over there and said, look, we got to squash this. We can't keep doing this. I'm trying to bring peace to the Middle East, and if you guys keep threatening the United States, it's not going to work. Al-Kazemi was supposed to meet with Saudi Arabia, but the king has been very, very sick. So we'll see where that leads us to, okay? Anyway, central banks launching July salaries before the holiday and in one payment. So good deal. Instead of two, it's just one. And they're doing it before the man, they have all kinds of holidays that say this same first EID, that holiday. They have more holidays than we do, man. That's, boy, the American people work the butts off. Finance minister announces the near reopening of the southern ports with Iran. So there's two things happening. There's one port with Saudi Arabia that's being rehabilitated. Then there's this port here that they want to open. The more these ports open up, this is better for their economies, for all of these countries. It really is. They start opening up their doors to international business and stop quarreling over stupid little things, then there's going to be a huge economical boost to the Middle East. That's big. So their economy can grow. That strengthens their dollar. That gives value to the dinar. That's what we want. So the news reported that it came into a meeting between the head of the Iranian Customs Authority with Alawi and the sideline of the meeting between Iran's president and the prime minister from Iraq. Alawi said, according to Fars, the Iraq decided to reopen the southern ports, this is good, soon, which was closed against the backdrop of the coronavirus outbreak and were partially operated recently. Okay, so again, this is going to bring a lot of business in. Okay, so as the world starts to open up again, people start going back to work. We were heading down a great path here in America, and they keep continuing to try to crash our economy. Okay, so yeah, very interesting, but I'm expecting some huge announcements very soon, and I think a lot of people are too. You can see the prices of gold and silver are being supported at some pretty decent levels. Okay, the Minister of Finance expressed the desire of Iraq to cooperate and benefit from the experience of Iran's customs in the field of automating procedures, suggesting that Iraq experts and custom officials be dispatched in this regard. So see, there is some synergy between Iran and Iraq there, where they could help one another out. But look, if they can't stop doing what they're doing in Iran, just Trump is not going to allow this, nor is Mike Pompeo. Okay, so again, this is another article saying they're going to get their salaries before the holiday. Good. Okay, so Custom announces the end of procedures for opening the Arar crossing, and they're approximating the automation of implementation of 5 outlets. More customs authorities confirmed the opening of the, I believe it's pronounced Arar, border port with the Saudis. So remember I told you the one in Iran was being done. This is the big port I think that Saudi Arabia and Iraq were supposed to be rehabilitating. It's one of, if not the biggest port there. This opens up a lot of business to the Middle East, especially in Iraq. So the Saudi side, after the completion of the rehabilitation work in accordance with the latest international technology, what contributes to the maximizing the customs revenues of the state. Well, it's revealed that the automation system will be applied in 5 outlets selected in the first stage, with a period not exceeding 5 months from now. So good. This is what the heck we want, man. This is what we're talking about. Like I was stating before, there's a lot of things happening very quick in Iraq. I'm very happy for the Iraqi people, to be quite honest with you. And I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping Al-Kazemi is a really super good guy. And this is not just some type of front. But he seems to be very serious. And he is not allowing anybody to influence. And that includes the United States. And he's made it very blunt and clear. So hopefully he says the same thing about Iran. Now keep in mind, the parliament's made up of a lot of Iranian puppets. So, you know, with the elections, I think, are supposed to be coming up here soon. We'll see who they put in Parliament. But whatever happens, the elections need to be open and fair, because I have a feeling the vast majority of them would easily be voted out. This is one of the demands of the protesters. So, on Prime Minister Al-Kazemi visit to the border outlets and their impacts on custom workers. It reflects the government's interest in the outlets because of the importance in achieving revenue as another revenue for the state, except oil. So it's another source of revenue. This is what I'm talking about. Look, the more jobs you create, the more people will stop relying on money coming from the government, and they go out and they earn money. In addition to that, they pay taxes. So this is another source of revenue, and they're not just going to be focusing solely on oil. And this reflects positively in the performance of employees and the workers in the port, because they feel government supports towards them, and followed up by the highest pyramid in the country. And this will contribute to arbitrational procedures that they're very significant. So in other words, you know, the morale is up when they see that the states are actually caring for them and what they do, and they're rehabilitating and taking focus on them. This is a good sign. The people feel upbeat. I'm liking where everything is going. Like I said, it seems like every day we get teased with tons and tons of good information. I mean, some things are just very little. Some things are a lot more bigger. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. Again, the salaries, we know about this. Things are looking really good. But I'm sure, like you, what I'm looking for is 2 things. I'm looking for the report from Janine Blackshart from the UN. Hopefully she's going to encourage the international community to once again recognize the sovereignty of Iraq, and I think that is going to come here real soon. In addition to that, I'm hoping that I think that's probably going to come first. So what you're going to see first is like this. The agreement between Kurdistan and Iran hammered out and fixed. And I really think that's the true reason why he hasn't been in the United States yet, because it's not there. So you're going to see that happening. All right, as soon as that is done, hopefully we get, Miss Blackshart talking to the United Nations saying, look, this is done. It's good. Iraq is doing everything they said they were going to do. So, she thinks it's time to reinstate the sovereignty. Al-Kazemi comes over here to the United States, meets with Trump. They have a good meeting. I'm sure most likely Trump's going to talk trade, because that's what he does, in addition to other things. And then what we're going to do is wait for Trump to then go ahead and introduce to the world Al-Kazemi. And in that meeting, in that speech, I'm hoping what we'll hear is Trump encouraging the international community to once again recognize the sovereignty of Iraq, therefore removing any types of restrictions on their currency. And then we see it on the Forex. Now, just because Trump says that he recognizes their sovereignty doesn't mean it's going to happen instantaneously. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean I'm kicking the can down the road. I think it's going to happen shortly after that. But, I don't think he can just go, hey, here's your sovereignty. I think what happens is probably about a week, later, you're going to see the a week or two later, you're going to see this done. So it's going to be shortly after the speech, but we just want to hear it be done. All right. And then sometime shortly after that, we will see what the rate is going to be on the Iraqi dinar as it gets on to the Forex trading. All right. So again, there's a lot of people in the group. They always feel like this is never going to happen. I mean, I get that, because here's the thing. When I first started doing this, I went back and watched a lot of old videos, and there's people far back as 15 years ago, 16 years ago, they have videos saying, yeah, it's going to happen down the road. Yeah, it's coming real soon. Yeah, it's going to happen. This is all we're waiting for. This is all we're waiting for. And it's been stretched out over years, over 10 years, or 15 years for people. So yeah, I get their frustration. But if I may make a suggestion to you, so that you're not, because you could do one or two things. You could just go, you know what, I'm done. This isn't going to happen. Sell your currency back. And just ignore it altogether. Or what you could do, instead of driving yourself crazy, cut off the news for a little bit. That includes me. I mean, not that I want to lose, subscribers. I don't mean unsubscribe. I mean, it's not that I want to lose you guys viewing the videos. I do. But don't get it. If every day you're waking up with anticipation, I would imagine there's so many times you could be let down. You know what I mean? How many more times are you going to be let down if you're expecting it? The problem is, this is why people shouldn't say dates or rates. All we could say is, because the truth of the matter is, nobody knows. I don't care if they tell you they got military intel. I don't care if they tell you they got a CBI insider or a government insider. It's all bullshit. All of it is. Okay? Because if they did, they would know exactly. And all they're going to do is make excuses. Okay? They don't. All anybody could do is read the research, analyze it, and give you their opinion. And that includes me. This is why when I read articles, I give you my opinion, I share the link for you to go read it as well. Just don't rely on me. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe there's something I've missed and you catch. Then we have an open dialogue, all right? The thing is, though, we're just sharing the information, but you don't see me run around talking about an insider this or a military that. I don't do that crap. Okay? So if you're listening to other people and they're doing that to you, I can understand why they're driving you crazy. I've heard other people's videos. I have. Claiming they have some inside information or some magical 8-ball that they shake and it always tells them the right answer. Don't fall for that. Okay? Just be grounded. Be calm. It is going to happen. That's my opinion. All right? And it appears to be happening very, very soon. You can see all the signs that are here. Okay? All right? So just hang tight. Because like I said, what is the alternative? You sell your dinar, and you know damn well what's going to happen the day you do that. 2 days later, all of a sudden it's going to happen. And you're going to hate yourself forever. So don't do that. Just throw your dinar in a safe or in a drawer. Just forget about it for now. Because trust me, even if you're not paying attention to the news every day, you know people that have it. They will let you know, because when everybody finds out, it's going to spread like wildfire. All right, you guys? So hang tight, be cool, have faith. All right? All right, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I will catch you later.